we go. All right, so here we are on our Beal Team Weekly Coaches What's Next call, because I always feel like that's the question. What do I do next? So that's why we named it that. Anyway, we thought we'd just hit a few subjects that are coming up, and we've already talked a little bit about them before we started recording. One of them was about your story and what's that you use. You can have different versions of your story. Like, you're always safe to have the 3-point story. The 3 things about it, just 3 lines, very short, great on collecting yes
scenario.
Right. And then you can have a longer story when you're just sitting chatting to somebody and, comfortable or whatever. That's another story. Or like we were just saying, that if, you're talking to somebody who is a roughy-toughy motorcycle rider, you might not want to bring in your part of the story that involves your tiny little kid, something like that. You can adjust your story to fit the situation. Sheila, what would you say about it? Because I think that you have had experience with that, right? Of adjusting your story.
We always are forthright and honest and so when I say we're going to tweak our story, I don't mean we're going to change the facts.
Right.
But we highlight different facets of the story. It's like we're at this multifaceted jewel of the story, but we don't have time to share our whole life history with every person we talk to. But you might share 2 or 3 little nuggets with somebody of what helped you. And it's what Kim Fisk calls soft skills.
Yeah.
It's not something it strengthens the more you do it. I don't know how to explain it, but you just kind of get a feeling of working with people. And so if somebody that's a single person that's never married, I'm not really going to go into depth about, all of the pressures of motherhood, but I'll talk about, and you can really get, what to share about your story because you've asked them first of what they want to accomplish.
Good. It's an intuitive thing. And that's what the soft skill is that you tune in to somebody. So, yeah, thanks, Sheila. And anyway, so it can change a little bit, Karen, according to your audience, because you were asking kind of.
Yeah, so you were saying you start with like before and now. What was in between there?
Yeah, it was the idea of how you felt before and what you experienced during your weight loss, and then what it means to you now. And even if you're still in weight loss, how your life has changed or something like that. So again, 3 points, but it's kind of a nice way to talk to people also. But I like what you said, Sheila, that the facts don't change. It's just that you highlight certain things. So great. Hey,
so you basically have your life story, and then you just pick parts out of it to tell to different people.
Right, and just to have, whatever fits in with them. So you've got your sensitivities going, so you know what would maybe be of interest to them. Like if they've been overweight with a pregnancy, then you probably don't need to talk about being obese for me for 24 years or whatever, But instead, what I do in a case like that, where I didn't experience this program with pregnancy, is I talk about my daughters who have been little mamas and gone on this program to lose their weight. So my story includes my daughters, Anyway, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
I got to work on my soft skills, I guess.
And they come.
It just takes practice.
All right.
And just tuning into the person you're talking to, and if you know that they have particular interests and challenges.
Right. So another thing that, Sheila, I think you brought it, maybe you did, and that is we are, I don't know if you did this. Anyway, we are a team of coaches. We're all in it together. And so, like for right now, Rob and well, you three, Rob and Karen and Randy, one of your major mentor coaches is in Hawaii having a heck of a good time.
For him.
He deserves it. Anyway, but see,
Nick? Is that Nick?
Nick, he's in Hawaii for 12 days. Well,
Wow.
he didn't tell Randy, or she missed the message. But the nice thing is, if perchance you can't get a hold of your coach, then you can move up the line, and we're all in it together, and we all coach the same, and we're all here to help. Okay. And so if Karen is a great example, if she can't get a hold of Randy, she tries Nick, and if she can't get Nick, she calls me. Or she goes straight to me. It doesn't matter. Nobody has an ego about it. We're just all willing to help. And, and that's the fun thing too about your clients, that if you do happen to go to Hawaii for 12 days, you can just write a little email and say, hey, you know what, if you have a problem, call Randy or call Claudia and she'll help them, And so that's kind of a nice thing. But I think it's a good thing to remember, because sometimes you can't get a hold of somebody and you need to.
Well, sometimes, Claudia, I'll text all three of you.
That works.
Whoever answers first.
That's great. I have to tell you, I got a call today from a brand new coach. She's actually signed up and went on vacation. But she called me up, and this is what she said. She didn't call me. She texted me. And it said, can you coach me, or can you help me? That's what she said. Are you ready to help me? And I thought, that's great. So I called her back, and she said, I'm ready to do this. I have 7 yeses. What do I do with them now? So I went over to her house, and we spent a little time together. And I love that, though. And see, that's how I feel about anybody calling me, asking me a question. Any of you guys, any clients, you guys know that feeling. It's a delightful thing to have a client care. Need help or want help, that they would make the call to you. So anyway, yeah, Karen, keep doing it. Text everybody.
I do.
Anyway, so yeah, and it's very important that you stay connected to your mentor, so that you can, know what is next, what you can be doing. If you're feeling kind of down or a little negative about things, call your mentor. They help you. They give you some perspective and remind you how great you are. So anyway, just wanted to plug that in. The high five calls, how are you liking those? I guess Karen and Rob, you guys are the two that are on.
Yeah. They keep me doing homework.
I was about to say, where's the homework coming in? No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's been good to get to know other coaches that are kind of in the same position.
Yeah.
So.
And isn't it fun to have a different mentor coach? Well, Karen doesn't, but you get Heidi. But Rob gets Dan Paxman. Yeah. And so it's just really fun to see. And Sheila's got some coaches that are on different teams too. And so they're getting to have a different exposure to different people. So
that's always good, though.
Yeah.
It is. Because Claudia is a wonderful coach, and it helped me when I went to events or other things and heard things. Sometimes you just hear things in a different way, and then I could go back and bounce it off her, and then it always helps to learn things from different sources.
What I love about Sheila is she learns things, then she talks to me about them, and I didn't even hear that at all. And then she comes up with what her plan's going to be. And Randy, you're the same way, that this creative juices within you comes up, and you come up with the way that you think, this is what I want to do. This is what I feel good about. I'm going to try it this way. And your mentor will pull you back if it's not quite right. But chances, if they know that it's not going to work, but it's really great. That's the fun thing. You hear, even like a call like this, you may be having some thoughts go through your head, like, even it could be something just crazy. I need to call Julie. Take a minute and write that down. Just what goes through your head, because Isn't that how it is for you, David, at events?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Yeah, you get the shotgun thinking, and it's nice to keep a piece of paper that has your to-do list. Sheila's holding up her notebook. You do that as
This
well.
goes with me everywhere. And so when the clients call me and I'm not by their chart, it gets written in here. Or if a lot of times I'll have a thought come to my mind. I need to get a yes or connect with this person. I write it down. I just don't count on my brain anymore.
Yeah. And so,
Put too much in there.
right, she's overloaded. But you know, and also, whenever you listen to a call, you know, there's like a couple of things you think of. You think of maybe a new idea that you get that's given, or somebody you want to contact, and just keep writing those things down. I used to go to these things, events, listen to calls online, whatever, and I would just write down everything they were saying. That's no benefit. What you want is what it inspires within you. So the idea it gives you, or the person, or whatever. So anyway, for whatever that's worth.
So how many books do you have, Claudia, with notes?
Oh.
Now she's getting personal.
Yeah. You gotta see my spiral notebooks, lots and lots of them. It's great though, you know, but the thing that's most important, and this is what they say too, is the most important event is the next one. You know, it's not like, oh, next year I'm going to go to convention and that's going to be great. No, the next important event is what's next. And so for us, it's this call. This is the next thing. And then maybe you'll get on one of the doctors or nurse calls. Make a note with those two if something comes to your mind or you learn something new, you know, just kind of keep it. And I love, Sheila, the idea of keeping it in the same notebook. My notebook is unfortunately has family reunion stuff in it and Take Shape for Life stuff in it. But
Here's my Take Shape for Life notebook. Here's my one for Junior Miss. I have different colored notebooks for different things. But I bought these small ones that I could buy at Smith's or somewhere. That I just make sure they have a little pocket in here. And then, so this is my weekly call list of my clients. And on the back is the Be Slim orders coming up. And so that's my thing for this week. Goes right there with me. And it fits my little purse, you know?
yeah.
I've tweaked of what works for me. But that's the lovely thing about this. We're each our own manager. We're each our own business owner. We can do it the way it works for us.
Yeah, and you're not set in concrete. You evolve. You know, it comes around to the way you can do it. Today I was telling Debbie, my friend, about, you know, organizing her clients and things like that. And I said, if you're a paper person, use their folders. That's just great. If you want to do it electronically, I told her about Lydia's stuff, you know, that you can do it electronically.
I'm going to go watch that. And I'm kind of thinking, I've realized one of the reasons I'm not having fun calling clients is because of this big fat book. And then I have to reach and get this out of the plastic thing, write on it, put it back in, go to the next one. And I just realized I'm getting that I hate that part of it. So I've got to figure out, I thought I've either got to pull them all out and just have a Monday folder. So when it's Monday, I just get out my Monday folder and that's all I deal with.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not ready to go paperless.
that's right. Oh, hey, so another thing that I was talking with my friend Debbie about was about the different trainings that we have available to us. We all have, when we got our coaching kit, we all got that book and this one. Remember the training guide 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And so that's a great thing to work out of. That's from Take Shape for Life. And then we have, hey, Becky, how are you? Becky's computer actually has an upside down camera. Can you believe that? It's awful. Anyway, I was just telling him about the trainings that are available. So we have these books that came in your coach kit. We also have the Coach.Power Losers site, which is kind of a lot. But we also have broken it down into modules. And I've been working on that. Randy, did you get that in the mail?
I did. We've been just sort of out. I've got family descending on me as we speak.
It must be a holiday. You think it's a holiday?
Yeah, so I apologize for the barking doorbell in the middle of the call here.
Was that a doorbell?
That was a bark. No, that was actually, I'm babysitting my grand dog.
Oh.
It's very loud.
Aren't we having fun? Anyway, so it's just great. There's lots of ways to learn. You can learn just by talking to your coach. You know, and another excellent way to learn is to just get on our coach's corner, and we put things in there all the time, listening to things. You know, there's that go-getter call that I love to post because I love it. It's a 15-minute call or a half-hour call, and you can listen to it anytime you want. But I just love it because it's inspiration about coaching and helping people. So.
What night's that, Claudia?
You know, they do it on Monday mornings, but you can do the playback. It's at 9:30 on Monday mornings, our time. Yeah.
Okay.
Mountain time. Yeah.
And do they always have the same number? And
They do. They do. Always have the same number. So it's listed on there.
Okay.
Anyway, so Becky, it's nice to have you. Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Your speaker must not be on. Can you see a little audio thing that you can? Let's see if I can fix you. Okay, I can't do anything for you.
You are unmuted, my host.
I can hear you, baby.
Okay.
Speak up.
Just barely.
Yep. Talk loud. Nice to have you. Do you have any questions or anything you want to add, Becky?
No, this is awesome. It's fun to see everyone.
It
Yes,
is great.
it is.
We have a great team of coaches.
Fun to be with like-minded people.
It's true.
And Becky, just to interrupt here on something, other subject, there should be a setting when you go into settings on your camera that's actually, are you on a laptop?
Yes.
There should be a settings because you should be able to rotate that any which way on settings. So if you've got a computer geek in the family, you might want to have them come over and adjust your settings, or if you can call Prime Systems over in Kaysville, and they should be able to instruct you how to rotate that around on your laptop. There are ways to do that.
Okay. Thank you. I'll try to get it fixed by next week.
I don't know. I like you upside down. It's awesome.
A lot better, isn't it?
No, it's just fun. You guys are great. Anybody have any questions you want to talk about? Or I'm just looking at my notes to see if there's anything else.
Well, I have something I'd like to say.
Please do.
And that is, since we've been, since I've been paying more attention to doing these little events like this, it has kept me focused, and I am a lot more conscious of trying to get yeses and being more outgoing and spending more time each day with my business. And I got a couple of new people this week, and so I just feel like this is really helpful. And yes, I'm creeping along like a turtle, and I should be.
Turtles are good. Turtles are good.
But, I just feel like slowly it is growing. I've got two people that have ordered their food but haven't started the program yet. But they said they want to hold off until their life settles down a little bit. But at least they're on there. So got a couple more contacts, and I used Karen's picture as my example because it's one of a high school friend in New York, and she's got a couple of daughters, and all three of them want to sign up. So I made Karen the big example this week, and so we'll see how that turns out.
Hey, Karen, will you post your picture and story on Facebook on our Healthy Hangout?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Amazing.
It's very inspirational,
Well, thank you.
Yeah. You guys do the same, and have your clients do it too, because it's just great. So do you all have big plans for this week? What TSFL plan do you have? Anybody want to share what your plan is? Even though you have the 4th of July and hopefully not slowed down, what can you do at the 4th of July extravaganza?
I can tell you one.
Tell.
I am running in the 5K. We went and got our shirts today, so I am going to have something to post this week on my Facebook page.
Yay! That's awesome.
I'm going to try and beat my time for the one in a little bit, and if I do, then I've really got something to post there. So that will, and then I'm going to lead it into the program thing, and every time I post something. So I'm hoping that'll trigger some responses.
That's awesome. That's great.
When I go to my party, I'm going to visualize what I'm going to do when somebody says, come and eat my delicious potato salad.
That's Aunt Martha.
Aunt Martha, I said, sure, I'll try it later.
That's perfect.
Well, that's good.
She's good, isn't she? We talked about this on another call, and it was how to handle the holidays. So
That was very helpful.
good. Rob, you want to tell us what your plan is?
My 4th of July plan, unfortunately, is business as usual. I got stuck working. So
What are you going
this
to do
weekend.
for your coaching until we meet again on next week?
For the coaching, just working on my homework from High Five, working on building up my list and getting some yeses.
Great,
So.
great. That's perfect. And Becky, you're going to just keep being healthy, right?
Yes, we're having a salmon bake-off for our dinner Friday night. And then
Whose idea was that?
Mine. So it's kind of tradition.
Good.
That's great.
That'll be fun.
Where are you from, Becky?
Bountiful.
Oh,
So my parents will come up and our children, and we'll have a big salmon bake-off, and then we'll go to the fireworks.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
What do you think, Claudia?
What am I doing?
Yes.
Oh, well, we don't have anybody coming on the 4th, so David and I are going to what?
I take a nap. I don't know.
I bet you I know what he's going to do on the 4th of July morning, very, very early. He's going to hike Adams Canyon.
I love my mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
When it's not a work day, I go hike for an hour.
Yeah.
And that's my goal, is to hike Adams Canyon in the next week or two. I've been doing a different hike each week, so I'll be anxious to talk to you to give me pointers about hiking Adams Canyon.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all the places to stop and catch your breath.
Okay. Like 5 times as often as you do, I'm pretty sure.
You guys are great. Well, our time is up, and have a wonderful holiday, and away we go. This is great. Just share. You know, that's the main thing. Just share what you've got. I mean, look at what it's doing for you. You just talk to people. That's all you do. Tell them.
I just started with a walking group 2 days ago,
Yeah.
and I didn't know there were 9 people in my ward who went, and almost all of them could use this program. And so I am outpacing everybody, and I'm the oldest one there. Well, like only older than me, but I thought it's a good way. I don't know why it never hit me before to go walking with these ladies, and they're kicking my butt. I had no idea. I thought this was going to be a stroll up around the block with them walking their dogs, and I come home just beat up every day. So this is good for me too.
Well, you've got the goods. You can teach them some stuff. So you guys are great. Thank you for joining, and we will be talking to you later. Shall we record this, you guys, or shall we not?
It is recorded.
I mean, shall we post it in our coaches thing?
I don't think we said anything off the wall, did we?
Okay.
no.
Did anybody swear? Okay, then I'll post it.
Okay.
You guys are
Thanks.
great.
Happy holiday.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, thank
Bye,
you.
Claudia.